Hi. Jesus, it's so loud. Fuck's sake. Why do menus always do this? Ugh. Alright. Let's continue. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if we got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple of letters in a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons. I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door. What? I have something for you. I'm kinda busy right now. Can you come back later? Okay, just thought you'd want this big old envelope we got from HIA. Immediately, Amanda pushes her door open. Horn Institute for the Arts? I mean, if you're busy, I can come back. Father, please. I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of the envelope. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable. I can't believe this. Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't... I got in! Oh! I got in! Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again. Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in. Well, of course you got in. You're a great student, you nailed that interview, and your photography is incredible. Wait, Dad. I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away. I think for a moment. HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be tough, but we're gonna make it work. Really? Of course. Amanda hugs me again. I just need to find a sugar daddy to help her go to college. Thanks, Dad. Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. Dinner, your choice, wherever you want. Wherever? Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor. Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a burrito with a view. I can't say I'm mad. Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay. And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring your student ID, and... Amanda, slow down. You're gonna choke on your burrito. I know. I'm just excited. Didn't I mention that students get their own studio space once they're seniors, and that we get all the professional photo editing software for free? I'm gonna make myself slightly smaller. Side so y'all can read the text. Because I love subtitles for anything. It doesn't matter what language the movie is in. I need subtitles, so. I didn't notice, as I was looking through the VOD last time, I noticed that I was blocking a little bit of the text, and I'm really sorry about that. It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed. I wonder who my roommate's gonna be. You take a survey online and they match you with someone with a similar major and interest. I bet we're gonna be best friends. Greg and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. But don't even get me started on bad roommates. Oh no. I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig brought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about a new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Our ruled. Oh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit. Or maybe a snake. Or maybe... Fuck! I forgot to feed Stitch today. Okay. Stitch, honey. I'll feed you after stream, I promise. Okay. Love you, Stitch. Bye. Alright. Or maybe both. Would the snake eat a rabbit, though? Depends on the size of the snake, but... Yeah. My snake only eats, let's see. I think he's on large rats every 2 weeks. Oh boy, I think I'll leave all that up to you. She's so excited, I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So you know I had that talk with Mr. Vega. He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he? What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need that scholarship money. I know you can do it. Okay. I promise I'll try harder. I pat her on the back. Think you can handle a 14-hour drive to come home for the holidays? There's gonna be some treacherous ice roads to cross. Oh, why is she crying? And don't even get me started on the paranormal occurrences. Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you. My eyes immediately well up with tears. Oh, Dad, don't cry. Sorry, I'm just very, very proud of you. You're all grown up now, and you're such a good person. I hope you know how important you are to me. Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry, too. It's too late, honey. It's happening. Dad, I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. Love you, kiddo. Love you too, Pops. This is too wholesome for me. It hurts. It fit like my heart. My heart literally aches. What's up? Hey, buddy, so I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over for dinner, and I know it's kind of faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known the guy for years and still can't get a good read on him, and I know it's going to be super awkward if I go by myself. Will you please come with me? I love food. I especially love food that's free. And I don't know why you're so sweaty over cooking, but sure. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. I really hope that's a sweat of relief. Eat that dinner. I don't know if this fucks up my choices with Matt. That doesn't sound too bad. I could definitely go for free food, but why is Craig being so apprehensive? Does he know something about Robert that I don't? I hurry and reply before my dad brain can work itself into a paranoia spiral. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. Craig and I decide to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. Craig's waiting on my porch, bottle of white wine in hand. Wifey, boy, am I glad to see you. Likewise, man. Classy of you to bring wine. Oh, it's not wine. It's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine. How are you doing, Smiley? No, I hope it's good either way. What the fuck am I on? I'm genuinely unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I can never tell with him. Thank God it's not just me. I never know. He's so deadpan about everything, I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. I'm doing good, Smiley. Thank you for asking. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts about whether he even knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn those two first. One time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can. I mean, it was at the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it, but still, if he were on trial, I think the jury would define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of the trash can before. Well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. True, maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back. We arrive at Robert's house and ring the doorbell, but the doorbell won't chime. Must be broken. Craig knocks on the door a few times. Since when does Robert have a dog? I don't know, that's weird. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second. This is uncharted territory, wifey. What if he's the one making the barking noises and there's no dog? Don't say that. We're not even inside yet. I am doing well, Briar. Thanks for joining. Oh, you taking a break from work? Breaks are important. Please take care of yourself. I, speaking of, am going to drink some water. Nice. Finally, the door opens. Robert looks a little surprised to see me. Wifey, didn't know you'd be tagging along. Oh my god, he wanted to fuck Craig. Oh my god. He wanted to fuck Craig. That's why he invited him to dinner. Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. I can leave if there's not. No, it's fine. Come in. We enter Robert's living room, which is surprisingly really nice. Super messy, but still nice. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear barking from the other room. I didn't know you have a dog, Robert. Oh yeah, that's Betsy. Have to put her up when the guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pit bull. Rescued her from a dogfighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers. If I let her out right now, I'd probably have to take you both to the ER. Craig and I make eye contact. He raises an eyebrow at me. Oh, okay. Anyways, dinner should be ready in a minute. Hope you guys like... I don't know that one. Does somebody know what this is? Let's look it up. Let's learn. I don't know how to pronounce it, but apparently it is a specialty of Lombard cuisine of cross-cut veal shanks braised with vegetables, white wine, and broth. It is often garnished with remoulade and traditionally served with either risotto a la Milanese or polenta. Ooh, polenta's good, depending on the regional variation. So it's a pretty intense recipe too. What's the ingredients? 3 whole veal shanks, about 1 pound per shank, trimmed. That's a lot of veal, but whatever. Robert leaves the room, presumably to go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers, "Was the dogfighting ring thing real, or was he kidding? I don't know." What's that? I don't know. Did he make up that word? Until I have Oso? Buko in front of me? We can only assume so. We sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. Are we about to get sawed? Why wouldn't you clean up your place if you're inviting people to dinner? I don't really understand it. Whatever. Nah, usually you wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one. Robert finally walks into the room, carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. I don't have a dining table. Don't trust him, so we're eating here. Oh my god. Robert, I want to... Okay, so let's presume, Robert, let's assume that I didn't show up at this function. It was just you and Craig in this messy-ass living room with plates of a food he's never heard of. Paper plates of a food he's never heard of. Sitting on opposite couches, eating together, or sitting on the same couch, eating together. Like, paper plates don't get you laid, Robert. I'm sorry. At least, like, maybe I'm just being biased. Maybe my standards are too high. But, like, Robert didn't want me here. He wasn't planning on me being here. He propositioned me to fuck him the first time I met him. I don't... The food sounds really good and really interesting. I'd love to try some. But it is also a very... That's not high standards paper plates are. No, thank you! I'm glad. Because, like, from what I saw, the dish is like a really juicy veal steak. So, like, those paper plates are gonna get soggy. And clean your goddamn living room. I also don't have real people plates. Hope that's okay. No! Robert sets place in front of us on the coffee table. I still can't tell what it looks like. What it is. Looks like meat, maybe. Lots of sauce. I can make out some vegetables. If there's lots of sauce, use an actual plate or a bowl. Fuck it. I won't criticize you if you put this very saucy dish in a bowl. I'll eat out of a bowl. Hell, I'll fucking stab my veal until it falls apart and mixes in with the polenta, and I can have it in amazing, juicy bites. This is bad for the environment, both the romantic environment and the earthly one. Yeah, I know. Just use a plate, man. Especially if you're trying to get laid, but whatever. I think it might be rice, but it could also be pasta. Guess there's only one way to find out. It's usually rice, I think. It's rice or a polenta, which is an Italian, like, if I recall, it's Italian. It's like a Cornmeal. It sounds really gross when I say it, but it's actually really good. A cornmeal slurry with cheese. I take a bite. Oh my god. I take a bite. The melody of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender in the risotto. I think that's what it is so creamy. Oh, so it's with risotto. Good. Risotto is a good touch. Risotto is romantic. Maybe the guy's into the messy house. Don't kink shame. I'm kink shaming. I'm not into the messy house. Okay? Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this? I fished it out of a dumpster behind a restaurant. Or at least I think it was a restaurant. Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag. I'm kidding. I look over at Craig, who looks wary but still has his mouth full. He gives Robert a thumbs up. Glad you like it. Where did you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot sec. Is he messing with us? I decide to play along. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, wherever, totally broke. Worked a couple of odd jobs wherever I could to scrape together some cash. Kink shaming is my kink. One night I'm eating dinner at this little restaurant just outside of Madrid. I go to pay and realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before. I'm in the middle of ditching when the manager catches me and puts me to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they end up liking me so much they offered me a job. Why not? Right? Started living with some distant relatives on my ma's side. I don't kink shame. I don't kink shame kink shaming kink. Good on you. Sorry. Boop, boop. Alright.
Hey.
Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot. Craig and I wait for the punchline. What night watchman did he swindle to get back into the States? Who did he con in a game of poker in the back room of a speakeasy for a safe passage to the crew quarters of a cargo ship?
Oh.
Anyway, I still love to cook. I don't know what's real anymore, but this food is so good I kind of don't care. That's amazing. It really is. To be totally honest, I wasn't exactly expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. Keep your cool. I don't care about presentation. If the food is good, it should speak for itself. Okay, listen. There's plenty of great food that looks like shit. Like a lot of stews. Mushroom soup is ugly as fuck. It's ugly. It's like, it's brown and beige. It looks like shit. Tastes amazing. It's not about the presentation, it's about the practicality. I think it's both. Like, I use a paper plate every now and then, but not when I have guests over, really. Like, not for something that I am hoping to be a romantic situation. Although, one time I made a pizza with a friend and we just ate it off the pan. But that's pizza, so I think that's different. This dish is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates if you double them up. I've had a paper plate bend in half before and dump all my food on the ground. I firmly disagree with you, Robert. Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds? Help yourself, but save room for dessert. I made lemon berry sovereign. The pizza thing is a vibe, it's fine. Yeah, it was an Alfredo sauce, chicken, and spinach and bacon pizza. It was really fucking good. I make it all the time. When I'm planning on having it for a long time, I make it in a sheet pan. If it's only gonna be a few meals, I make it in a cast iron, and then you get the little crust on the bottom. Oh my god, it's amazing. Anyway, moving on. Well, aren't you just full of... Craig looks over to me.
Bro.
Surprises. Robert winks. You bet I am. Ah!
Oh.
You can come over for dinner anytime. Ah!
Hey.
Craig. I'm gonna go get some seconds. Me too. After consuming way more than my body could handle, and then really inserting a later food coma with a generous serving of whatever Savarin was, Craig and I decided to head out. Let's also look up what Savarin is, because I'm curious. Y'all with me on this culinary adventure? No, I want pizza, thanks. What is Savarin? A light ring-shaped cake made with yeast and silk and liquored flavor syrup. That sounds delicious. He said lemon and blueberry, right? That sounds amazing. Robert, feed me, you fucker. Craig and I decided to head out. Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. No, you fucking weren't. No, you were not. You were not trying to be more social. You were trying to bed down this hunk of bod, okay? Let's... Well, we're always happy to stop by if you want company. Rude to my stomach. Especially if there's... I don't know how to say it and I feel so bad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Oh, sweet. Matt. Matt is daddy. Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I just walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyway. Amanda! Amanda sticks her head out of her room. Father! Wanna go to the coffee spoon? Oh, so you get called cool once and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo-jazz and stuff? Amanda, are you gonna bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology? Look, honey, do you want me to buy you a coffee or not? Let me grab my laptop and my leather-bound journal. Amanda and I make the short walk over to the coffee spoon. The place is quiet today, just a few people hanging out and reading books in cozy little nooks. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar, pierced face. Hey, you're the dude who I yelled at a bunch the other night. Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts. And whom might you be, miss? This is my daughter, Amanda, the person I am father to and I am very protective of. In order to make your acquaintance, my name is Pablo. Did I mention that I make witch house music? I wouldn't call witch house music, but okay. A piercing blow to my ego, though not one that will dissuade my need to impress you. My innate dad senses tingle. I am overwhelmed with the fatherly protective energy. I must do something to protect my child. Anyways, Pablo, I didn't know you worked here. Yeah, man, today's my first day. Matt's still training me. Wifey! Sorry if that was loud. I didn't really mean to be. I was trying to do a yelling voice, but I don't like to yell. Matt comes out from washing the dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. He and I high-five as fellow cool people do. The placement of the flower here makes it look like there's a heart by his head. I dig it. I see you've met my newest employee. At your service, although I'm only here until Vacant Vale starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record first. Alright, Pablo, now what do we do with customers again? Right, yes. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? A smashing pumpkin spice latte, please. A classic, and you? Def calf for cutie. Please, I don't want too much caffeine. Decaf sounds like you're settling. I have a very early bed. No, it was decaf. I didn't even... I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I read that as decaf because I wasn't processing it. I would never, ever, ever drink decaf. Decaf is for losers and people who think coffee actually tastes good. Right now I have like 2 shots in my latte. And it's still like a bit strong tasting, but whatever.
Hey.
Alright, anyway. Let's pick a different drink. I don't like Americanos, actually, so Father John Misto.
Ugh.
Please. That might be the worst pun I've ever heard. Hey, it's pure comedy. Yeah, puns are the highest form of comedy. Oh, I was making a joke off. Father John Misty has an album called Pure Comedy, and the drink is named after Father John Misty, so I was like, yeah, never mind. Coming right up. Pablo gets to work making our drinks while Matt observes him. He'll get the hang of it. For as goofy as a duty is, kid works hard. Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again. Hell yes. I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple hours and was going to go record shopping. Want to come along? Absolutely. Pablo brings us our drinks and Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink and cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me that he had trouble hanging out with other people, but for some reason he and I can talk and joke like old buds. Hi, Ghost. Welcome back. It's weird. I feel really comfortable around him. Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store. Have you ever been here before? No, I mean, we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive. Oh, this should be fun then. We're gonna find you some good stuff. The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers, and records. A few people mill about, flipping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. Most record shops have a really nice vibe. There's this place in Kansas City called Love Garden, and I've been there a couple times. I don't buy records. I buy records for other people, not for myself. It's not one of my hobbies. And but I go there for their merch, and I know that sounds stupid, but their merch is like a squid or something. I have a tank top of it. 1 second, hold on. Alright, merch acquired. Their merch, their logo is like a squid that has a planet in its arms and is like hugging the planet, and it's really fucking cool looking. And also, it's called Love Garden. That shit's amazing. And it's not in Kansas City. I was wrong. It's in Lawrence, Kansas, the more artsy version of Kansas City that is 3 hours away. So, why do people still buy records? Isn't it kind of outdated at this point? Okay, I know this is me. Wrong fucking thing to say. Don't say this to people.
Hey.
There's a lot of people who will try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer or more true to the artist's intent, but I really think it's just nice to collect records.
Yeah, sounds great.
It's cool that in this day and age we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones, but there's something about holding an album and getting to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love.
Oh.
That's why I try to get as many records that I love in physical form as possible. Remember when we were kids and would have to wait around by the radio with a cassette tape so that we could record our favorite songs? Great. It made each listen really special, and mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took. Now you just make a playlist. I think the last time that somebody gave me a real mixtape was in high school. I look around the multi-level record store and spot some genres. Futurewave, jungle, arachno-punk, nunsploitation. I have no idea where to even start. Nunsploitation doesn't sound like a music genre. It sounds like a different medium, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Here, let me help you find something you might like. If you were a milkshake, what flavor would you be? Cookies and cream. If you could buy only one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Daffodil Mountain Spring, Camouflage Summer Breeze, Spring Creek Fireball, Power Violence Cherry Blossom, absolutely. What's your favorite ambient sound? Rain, Bowling Alley, Star Trek Bridge Ambulance? Aw, that's really cute, Briar. If I made a CD of like all the songs my mom and I sang most together, it would be Can't Sleep Love from Pentatonics, The General, by, I forgot their name, but the general's on there. Probably a Hamilton song or two. And then like, trying to think of what else we sing together. We sing a lot together because we both memorize lyrics really easily. There'd just be too many songs, I think. What's that fucking Michael? What's that Bublé one where he's like playing? Fuck. I don't know. I forgot. It doesn't matter. Rain. What's your favorite dream vacation spot? My backyard? Inside an active volcano? Living off the fat of the land and... Yeah, you can only put so many on a CD. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I just feel bad that I can't remember the names of the songs. Starting a new life in the Baltics. What's your deepest, darkest fear? I worry that people are nice to me only because they want to get something from me. I fear that I don't deserve happiness and won't ever get it. What if nobody exists but me and I've fabricated this universe, saying you too when the waiter tells you to enjoy your food? I'm not gonna put a joke. Let's see. What is in my heart? What is my deepest, darkest fear? I fear that I don't deserve happiness and I won't ever get it. Matt thinks for a moment. Oh, I know just the thing.
Hey.
Matt runs to the other end of the store and returns holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. This is Smokey Rolls Down Thunder Canyon by Devendra Banhart. Sounds like what you need is some Devendra Banhart. Actually, I think everyone needs a little bit of her in their lives. Whoa, dude, thanks for the recommendation. You're gonna have a great time with it, promise. Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young girl with a septum ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter with one earbud in. Usual stuff today, Matt? Just some light pickups. Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Sorry I'm Good at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls. God, Matt, I wanted your pants so fucking bad. Mystery Skulls? Ugh, that's so hot. Anyway. And Greatest Hits by Remo Drive. Tight.
Hey.
Mystery Skulls is really good brand. Really good band. I dig them a lot. Those are all, I think those are all real, real musical artists, by the way. The cashier rings Matt up and hands back his albums in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Who's the nerd? A nerd is my buddy, Wifey. Wifey, this beacon of human charm is Molly. I got kicked out of art school for destroying my paintings at the end of every critique. Lovely to meet you. Anyway, Matt, is the open mic tonight still on? You know it. Are the Third Waves gonna do a special acoustic performance? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together. I did a double take. Same. There's an open mic night going on? Yeah, dude, we do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Got a flyer for it right here. You and Amanda should come by that night. Matt blushes.
Oh, man.
I mean, if you're not doing anything. Will Vacant Veil be playing? If only. I finished paying for my record and we headed out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Vans had shag carpeting. Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think of all those weird little musical memories? How do you mean? Well, I think music is a very time and place sort of thing. A song is important to me not only that I think it sounds good, but where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. I think that's missing a couple words. There's music that reminds me of exes, of struggling through school, of being so poor that I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. All that stuff, and listening to those songs reminds me of those moments in my life. Yeah, now that I think about it, even the pop concert Amanda made me take her to is special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was. And then that even reminds me of a younger me, going to see my favorite band in concert with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? Matt stops and thinks for a moment. It's been decades. Dude, me too. Where do you even get pot now? Is that even what the kids call it these days? I don't know. But I bet I could find out. Do you want to get high and listen to our new records? Yeah, why not? Matt pulls out his phone and starts texting. After a few minutes, he looks up and smiles at me. Ah, Molly's got to hook up. Says to meet in an alley near the coffee shop. An alley? Okay, if it turns out it's the feds, you make a break for it and I'll take the heat. Just promise me that you'll raise Amanda like she was your own. You realize that weed has been legalized in the state, right? So why aren't we going to a fucking store? I don't want to buy it from some person in a goddamn alley. But we live in dangerous times. Who knows what lurks in the seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? We could find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda, I swear. Oh, here's the guy. Coming around the corner of one of those nasty grease dumpsters, shrouded in darkness, is a lean figure dressed in all black. Excuse me, Mr. Drugman? Surprised, the person almost jumps out of their skin. It's Lucen, Damien's son. Who sent you?
What?
We're cool, man. We're cool. Says who? For all I know, you could be with the feds. Actually, weed is Prove you're cool. What? I need to know that you're down or I'll bolt. Cite mutually assured destruction. Look, man, we're trying to buy drugs from you and we know you sell drugs. You have dirt on us, we have dirt on you. We're in this together now. Look, it's fine, I get it. Buzzcut Molly said you were coming. Right, now that formalities are out of the way, let's make a deal. Alright, how much do you want? One. One what? Yeah. He means weed, listen. Yeah, but how much?
Hey,
One? Oh my god. Look, here, take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad, let's all forget this ever happened. I won't tell your dad if you don't. Listen hands me a baggie of something and disappears down the alleyway. I open it and take a deep whiff. Smells like genuine drugs. Yes, sirree. That went smoothly. What if I say... Hold on, I'm curious. What if I say no? Does this not happen? Let's find out.
Hey. What?
Nah, man, I think I'm good. It's a little juvenile, I guess. Let's just go back to my place and listen to him. Nah, I like the adventure. Matt and I walk to our cul-de-sac and stop at a gas station on the way to buy rolling papers and soda. I feel like I'm 16 again. Carmen Sita's having a sleepover tonight, so that gives us all the time we need to do drugs. Awesome, let's do some drugs. Matt pulls one of the records out of his bag and puts it on for us. I plop down on a comfy leather couch and look around his place. There are a bunch of band posters around, and his record collection takes up an entire wall. Whoa, what a collection. Been collecting my whole life. It was nice to finally get them all in one place after being on the road for so much of my life. Had to ask my parents to hold on to them for me. Matt sits down next to me and we lay the marijuana drugs out of the cup. I can't take this seriously. Do you want to do the honors? Please, it's your house. If you say so. Fuck. He pulls out some papers and sprinkles some of the beatnik tobacco onto a piece. He starts rolling it back and forth and the paper breaks almost immediately, spilling drugs all over the couch. Never was too good at this. Matt tries again and is able to successfully roll a nice looking weed cigarette. He hands me a lighter in the blunt, I think, and I take it. Well, let's open up the nug, smoke some of that gateway drug, rip that Gulf fairway. Oh, I fucking hate it here, bro. This is painful. This is just very painful.
Hey.
Okay, nope, nope, that didn't work. I don't know if that's what people call it. I feel like I'm failing at dating this man. Rip some of the Gulf fairway. Yes, let's do that. I light the joint and inhale deeply. This is not what I remembered. It must have been a while, though. Maybe pot drugs have just gotten more potent than the last time I smoked, I guess. I passed the joint to Matt and cough a bit. Should it sting this much, or am I just a baby?
What?
Matt takes a hit and his eyes go wide. That's not weed. Oh god, did we develop a taste for meth? No, it's... Matt takes another hit and winces. Yeah, this is oregano. I sniff the air. Yeah, that would definitely explain why it smells like a pizza place in here. Thank God. Alright. That little punk ripped us
Hey.
off. Oh well, we can still relax and enjoy the music sober. You know what? You're right.
Hey.
We sit and listen through the Diet Sig album that Matt bought, which is catchy as hell. I look around the room again and see photos of Carmencita growing up. I spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures with the two. Who's that? Oh, that's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother. She died when Carmencita was young. I'm so sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age too. I can understand how hard that must have been. I look around again, spotting a framed gig poster hanging on the wall. Oh shit, I just... Okay, so I said this at the beginning of the stream. I have a crockpot going with carnitas in it, which I'm super looking forward to. But it has oregano, and I think that's what I'm smelling right now. Which is kind of fucked up. Also, just saying, Matt, you should probably be able to tell the difference between oregano and weed before, like, rolling it into a joint, you know? On it, there's an illustration of Matt and Rosa surrounded by flowers. The cursive lettering reads, "Stillness the Dancing." Looks like they played the Soundgarden over a decade ago. Were you two in a band together? Yeah, that was the reason I was touring so much when I was younger. We traveled the whole country in this rinky-dink little van. It was hard to start, but once we started... That oregano is really getting to me. Ah, it's so strong. Wow, that seems like a life some people only dream of. It was, and it was difficult at the same time. I couldn't have done it without someone by my side. Rose and I knew that we couldn't do it forever. The long hours on the road, missing your family, sleeping in the van, all that stuff. So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down roots in our favorite town to play in, right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa always had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She died before it opened. I'm so sorry.
Man.
Don't be. I'm not really sure what to say. I couldn't possibly count the number of times I told people the same thing after Alex died. Matt gets up to flip the record. Next to the turntable, I notice a dusty piano. Do you play? I'm out of practice. I used to jam on the keys back in the day. Oh yeah? I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band that Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer. No way. You had a ska phase? Phase? Ska never dies. Except for Scommunist Manifesto, who broke up after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers.
Hey.
Dude, that's so rad. Matt pulls out the piano bench. Give me some of that two-tone love. Oh man, let's see if I still got it. I sit down at the piano. Stick to the ska roots. Hey, I think I'm doing it. I'm playing ska. Wait, that was just smoke on the water. Matt, I've forgotten how to play. The deep purple is always appreciated nonetheless. Alright, buddy, can you top that?
Man.
I shouldn't. Come on. No, it's been a long time. Okay, buddy. Sorry to put pressure on you. I mean, it's not a problem. I want to see what the other one does. Curious. You just sat through a butchered version of Deep Purple Smoke on the Water. How much worse can it be? Matt stares at the piano for a second. Okay. Okay. That was the right answer. Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the keys. He breathes in deep and starts playing a melody. If I didn't know that he hadn't played the piano in a long time, I never would have guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet tune filled with emotion. I've never heard this before. Is this one of his original works? This is so cool. Matt finishes the song and finally opens his eyes. How's that? That was amazing. Oh, it's nothing. Come on, man. That was killer. Are you gonna pull that out for the open mic night? Oh, no, I never played those. Well, why not? You're really good. It's just, I don't do it anymore. I just don't like being up there and alone and having so many people stare at me. It doesn't feel fun anymore. I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable at the thought of it. I won't push him any further. Alright, man, but I hope you know how beautiful your music is. Thanks. Matt and I sit and listen to more records until it gets late, and I decide that I need to go to bed. Matt walks me to the door. Let's never tell anyone about the oregano, okay? Deal. Wait, can I tell my doctor? I don't know anything about the health effects of smoking oregano, and I think we'll be fine. Night, dude. I smile. Night. I walk inside and the house is dark, save for the sliver of light coming from beneath Amanda's door. I knock lightly on the door and enter Amanda's room. She's sitting on her desk with a camera, editing photos. Hey, Amanda. Amanda swivels around in her chair to face me and sits down. What smells like a pizza parlor in here? What? Nothing. So, what's up? Dad, I'm hungry. Wait, no. Hi, hungry. No, I'm Dad. Amanda collapses on the floor. I promised myself I'd never let it come to this. Sorry, kiddo. He set it up. I spike it down. You're a monster. Want some spaghetti? Yes, please. Amanda and I boil pasta and heat up sauce in a pan. Well, I boil pasta and heat up sauce while Amanda watches. Despite my best efforts, I'm not able to set it on fire. How's record collecting? It was great. Did you know that Matt used to play in a band? No way. Was he good? I don't know if the band was good, but he played some piano for me tonight, and it was amazing. He played piano for you? Dude. Yeah, I brought it up that he should play at the open mic night that's happening in his coffee shop, but he got kind of weird about it. Hey, I saw a flyer about that. We should go. It's not too late to start a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there. Yeah, let me break out my glockenspiel. I think I only know hot cross buns, but we can work off the chord progression. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life. I'm a house hunter. They're staging an intervention for the house hunter, who's crying uncontrollably over the color of the walls. They know that they can paint the walls of their house any color they want, right? Matt's song is stuck in my head all night. That's cute. Managing debt is just part of being an adult. Date complete. Gun safety. Woodworking. Cool. Band puns. Oregano. Nug.
That was the Holland 1945 of dates.
What the fuck? Did you hear that? That was weird. Alright. I didn't even hear really what he said. I just heard mumbling. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. I can hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make it out. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strange. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I see Amanda's outline in the middle of the bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. I don't know. It's good to talk out your feelings. Amanda, get out. Okay. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. Wow, what has her so upset? She seemed fine earlier. You know what? Let's do the other one, just to not push her too hard. No, that saved there. Blue. Alright, I'll leave you be. I feel awful just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do anything else, it would have only made her more upset. I can't stop mentally cycling through all sorts of awful things she could be dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about what's going on with her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her freezer burned waffle out before it's done cooking. I have to go. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. I'm in it teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knee, she would get up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep crying. As I put the blanket away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decide that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse, but I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I want to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, you know you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey? You know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table, hoping the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad, it took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around Sad and had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big old hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. I'm gonna take a short break for some water and shit like that. I don't know. Nothing real fancy to lead up to the break. I'm just like, I just need to rest my voice for a minute, so I'm gonna do that. Alright. I will catch y'all in a couple of minutes. Bye. Hi, hi. Alright, so, Smiley, you asked me to tell a story. Sorry, it's been a minute. Let's see. What story do I have? One time I got really angry, and I think I had an argument with one of my parents. This was when I was still living at home. And if I recall, it was the middle of summer. No, I had an argument with my mom. And it was the middle of the summer. And, I, so I had a bike. And I angrily, like, rode my bike away from the house. I was just, like, getting out to relieve myself and get myself out of that situation for a minute. And I ended up just angry pedaling as fast as I could go because I don't know, I just wanted to blow off some steam. I ended up blowing off too much steam, and all of a sudden I felt really faint, and I ended up collapsing. And I crashed into a tree, um, and landed so that one of my legs was under the bike, the other leg was over the bike. Uh, and I ended up moving myself and kind of just leaning my back against this tree, looking up at the sun and realizing, oh, it's really fucking hot out. And I eventually, I just ended up staying there, really. I think I'm there for about 15 minutes when somebody on the road that I'm next to stops their car, puts their lights on, and like comes out and is like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, no, I'm okay. I think I crashed my bike." And they're like, "Are you hurt anywhere?" And I said, "No, my hands are a little numb. I can't. Well, I can't move my hands or my legs, but I think I'm just really like faint and warm. So can you grab my phone?" And they're like, "Where's your phone?" And I'm like, "It's in my back pocket." So this person, without making a big fuss, very kindly reaches into my pocket and grabs my phone. And honestly, if they had gotten up and run the fuck away, they could have just had that phone. I wouldn't I wouldn't have been able to do anything. But they they show it to me. I tell them the password and I'm like, "Can you call my father, please?" So, um they they're like, "I'm so sorry, I don't have any water." They call my dad, who's panicked because some stranger has his daughter's phone. Um, but he comes and picks me up, and we end up like he like stopped at a gas station or something. Like he had to help carry me into the car because I don't know what heat stroke fucking does to you, but I was like not moving. I was not doing okay at all. Like I could barely feel my arms, and like my legs were a bit better, but they weren't taking much weight. So I ended up like laying in the back seat, and he got a Gatorade from from the gas station. And he was like, "All right, do you want to eat?" And I'm like, "Maybe I should eat something. I haven't eaten anything today." And he goes, "Oh yeah, no, you should probably eat." He takes me somewhere just like I forgot where it is. I think it's breakfast food. We don't sit down. He just grabs something from a drive-through, gives it to me. I eat it and immediately throw up out of the car window. I'm so fucking glad that I didn't throw up in his car. But like as he's driving, I open the door and like just just throw all of it up. All of the Gatorade, everything. And he was like, "Oh, yeah, no, I probably should have thought of that." We ended up going home. I ate something light. I drank a lot of water. And that was the last time I've ever angry biked because heat stroke is awful. What the fuck? I've only gotten it one other time besides that, and it was probably the worst time I could get it. But that's another story. So, there's your story, Smiley. I ended up okay. Be careful in the heat. bring water if you decide to express your anger through exercise. So, it's really stupid. What is? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just, I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So, you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right? Emma R. The best friend? You got it! Wow, proud of you. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and MOP. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie's F's. At Mackenzie F's on the same night, they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes. So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and, that's the thing. What? Whoa! I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama. So I just keep quiet and going on about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall. And after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home. But we're out of chips and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I got to the mall anyway. I get to the food court and who do I see there but Grace, MOP, Emma R, and Noah all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? And then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I still more over there and I'm like, hey, and Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R just like glares at me. Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one. I know! Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed and I just wanted to get out of there, so I left, without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to the shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah's thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following? What did MR say? Oh, okay, get a load of this. MSR says, you know what, just let me read it to you. Amanda just pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I care so much about Emma's social life and mental well-being, but man, I do not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating in, like, secret for months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend. She's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on read, and then... Wait, left me on read? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my messages and didn't reply, and I know because there are read receipts. I would be for real, girl. Dang. I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because at least she's being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and says, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's all really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R has been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah, I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. I know, I'm keeping up with this just fine. I don't really like that the dad's like, I don't know what those are, but whatever. Like, I get it. But whatever. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everybody just decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected. I almost couldn't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know, it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself. This is not a stupid thing to be upset over. Are you fucking kidding me? If it were me, I would drop that whole friend group and just live my life because that's who I am. I would definitely be sad about it, don't get me wrong, but like, fuck them. I don't like them. They're assholes. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad, to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Real friends don't do that. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful relationships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting in the effort to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Yes. True. Everybody take that to heart. This is important. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I look down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yeah? Thank you. You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Aww. I run and we run just to hear that again, but I won't. I love them and my heart is ripping apart that we're not friends, but I ruined myself any- Yes, exactly. Good job, Smiley. That is the right thing, in my opinion.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Yay! Hey, wifey, what are your feelings about poker? Beyond hardly knowing her. Poker? I hardly know her. There it is. Well, good talk. Wait, I actually like poker. I just saw the joke and had to take the shot. Please. Matt, I'm a dad. I'm contractually obligated. No, I get that. Anyways, we've been playing weekly poker games, and I figured that I should send an invite your way. That sounds great. I love losing money. Cool, dude. See you soon. Lose that money. No, don't make your heart rip, Smiley. Take care of yourself. Matt invited me. I know, the I love you too, Dad really hit me too. I was like, oh fuck, I wasn't prepared. Matt invited me to a poker night at Joseph's house. I put on my going out coat and walked over. Across the way, I spot Matt, who's walking over from his own house. He's got a case of beer under his arm. Crap, I should have brought something. Hey, man. Crap, I should have brought something. Aha, no worries. Man, this is your first time. Just bring a full wallet. How long have you guys been at this for? Years, buddy. Just a nice way to keep in touch with the guys. It's never really high stakes. We passed through the- I know nothing about poker. We passed through the fence enclosing Joseph's backyard. Craig, Brian, and Joseph hover around the patio, drinking beer and chatting. Robert sits in a corner, brooding as usual. Wifey, glad you could make it. So am I. I'm psyched to take all your money. Just like old times. Craig's the resident shark. We prefer the term persons who's good at poker. I'm well aware. Craig's always been suspiciously good at poker. Are you still as terrible as you were in college? I am still terrible at poker. My tell is a sustained, childlike giggle. There's no way you're as bad as Joseph. Joseph shrugs. This is basically my tithing. I'm giving back to the community. Plus, I'm happy to just sit here and eat all of Brian's snacks. Guess who brought pigs in a blanket? Not Craig. Hey, my chia seed and granola energy bars are just as delicious. Oh, bye, Smiley. Till next time. Everybody laughs. Let's just get the game going. We all take a seat at the table and Matt starts dealing cards. The first couple rounds go by easily as I'm getting the hang of things, but it's obvious that Craig is running the show here. Craig, how did you get so good at this? It's pretty easy. You just start getting a feel for everybody's tell. Like, Matt will scratch his ear. Hey, Brian adjusts his pants when he's trying to lie. Now wait a second. And I think you just loudly announce to the whole room when you have a good hand. Yeah, yep, that's me. What's Joseph's tell? Everything. Literally everything. That man is an open book. He couldn't lie if he tried. Well, at least I have God on my side. See? You can't even say that with a straight face. What about Robert? Honestly, the man's an enigma. Robert raises his glass of whiskey to us in a solemn salute. I'm horrible at poker. I don't even know how to play it.
Oh.
I think he'd wipe the floor with us if he actually tried. I'm just here because I enjoy the company. Robert pulls out his phone and stares at it. Robert, is that a flip phone? Yeah. What? Are you a drug dealer now? Yeah, what do you need? Horse? Speed? You wanted Johnny's? I can get you the street stuff easy, but if you're looking for something exotic or designer, that's maybe 72 hours and a favor called. Maybe I won't need you today. Maybe I won't need you tomorrow, but someday. Oh, I don't really think I'm good. Right. But still, if you got the coin, I got the goods. I drop my phone in the toilet, and this is a backup until I can get it replaced under warranty. Everyone murmurs their sympathies. We've all been there. No, we have not. Not Horse and Speed. Was he an 80s drug dealer? Apparently. We go back to playing. I really gotta stop eating these pigs in a blanket. Pigs in blankets? I don't know, but they're very good. I think there might be cheese in them. Oof, I don't know if I got enough to raise you on this round. You can always bet your firstborn.
Nice.
If you think you can handle another one, be my guest. Briar and Hazel are a handful, to say the least. But do you think 3 kids is a handful? Try 4. I'm operating at 100% dad capacity at all times. Actually, it's technically 5. Christine saw a commercial for one of those dolls that poop and wouldn't stop asking for it. We ended up getting it for her birthday, but she's so grossed out by the fake baby poop that she makes me change his diapers. So now I'm changing the real baby and the fake baby. There's just a lot of poop in my household right now. Daisy got one of those a while back. One night, I walk in on her after she had tried to take the doll apart to see how the poop mechanism works, but then she couldn't put it back together and started crying. Poo everywhere. Fake poop, but still. That reminds me of, wait, do we all have poop doll stories? Everyone nods in agreement. Guys, I really don't need any more poop in my life than there is already. Can we just get back to poker and not... Poker. God damn it. Can we just get back to poker and not talk about poop? Playing poker. Matt deals another hand and we quickly forget about the poop. We run out of pigs and blankets, so we switch over to Craig's healthy snack food. It actually isn't terrible. These kale chips are phenomenal. We should sell these at the coffee shop. Good old pooper. It's my own recipe. I'd be happy to give it to you guys. I can see it now. Pierce the kale chips. Pierce the Veil is a popular post-hardcore screamo band out of San Diego. We all look at Matt, confused. It's a... maybe not in any of your wheelhouses. At the shop nowadays. Busy as ever. I'm toying with the idea of hiring another person to work the counter. But I haven't found a good candidate. If Amanda's looking for a summer gig, let me know. That's really nice of you, but I think she's been burned too badly by coffee shops before. Literally, not figuratively. Matt cocks his head to one side. I'll ask her, though. We get down to the final hand of the night, and it's Craig in the lead by the landslide. Joseph has long since lost all of his chips and has taken to tidying up, refusing any help from the rest of us. Brian deals us all cards. So what's it gonna take for Robert to give a damn on this round? Robert looks up from his half-empty glass of whiskey. Do you really want to unleash the beast? Well, now I'm curious. I got a long history of being a gambling man, but I'll only do it if you make it interesting. None of this penny chip nonsense. I got Lily's 18-year single blend sitting in my closet right now. Was saving it for when River turns 21, but I'm willing to put it up as collateral. You probably shouldn't do that. He throws the keys to his truck on the table. She's seen better days, but she can still pull a tree trunk out of the ground. Nope. Myself and everyone else at the table immediately fold. We need more thick kings like Ryan. Maybe one day I'll do his route just for you, Flamingo. Deal the cards, Bry Guy. Are you guys sure you wanna? You heard the man. Deal. Brian deals the next round of cards. Craig stares daggers at Robert, who casually sips his whiskey. So I know what you might be thinking. Robert put his old workhorse up for grabs, his only mode of transportation, at times in his life his only home. How can I be so sure of his abilities in gambling? I'll tell you right now, Craig. I wasn't always like this. I was a lot like you. Smart, talented, cocksure of my own luck, great biceps, but it didn't last long, though. I lost everything in a game of Pai Gow in the back room of Shinzen Tea House on what I thought was a 3-day business trip. Everything gone. Clothes, money, identification, you name it. I woke up in a ditch near Zaozu Park and had to make my life new from there. It took me 3 years to beg, borrow, and steal my way back to American soil. In those 3 years, I saw the greatest depths of human fear, loved deeper than I ever had, and lost it all many more times over. I've seen my own death, Craig. I know how I die. It's not like this. So let's make this more interesting. Robert produces the deed to his house from his jacket and tosses it on the table. No! No, 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 no. All I have and all I am. Are you prepared to go the distance? Craig wipes the sweat from his brow. He studies Robert's fate intently, searching for any sort of tell that he can find. Robert casually sips his whiskey again. I fold. Everyone erupts. Fine, fine, the whiskey is yours. And that's why you don't dance with the devil. So what is it? Were you bluffing or did you have the cards? That's for me to take to my grave, fellas. Next week, boys. Next week. You got it. I'll be there. Sure thing. This has been very relaxing and I sincerely doubt I will wake up in a cold sweat thinking about it tonight. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to be. I mean, these are the dateable dads except for one that's missing, I think. I think it's just one. No, Hugo. We're missing Hugo, the teacher. We're missing Damien, the fucking vampire, and Hugo, the teacher. But anyway, he's like the pretty good boy fucking CPP. He's the bad boy. This one is the laid back, I'm sure the most popular choice. Or maybe Craig is. Craig is the athletic dude, and Brian is the dad's dad. Yeah, there's a vampire. Don't worry about it. Keep working on that poker face, wifey. We all say our goodbyes and head our separate ways. Oh my god, my food smells good.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Oh, I hate this. My food smells so fucking good. I like the vamp dad the most. He's cool. Yeah, he's pretty cool. This is the vamp dad. This is Damien. Damien Blenmarch. LOL that you've got dads. You've got dads. Yeah. So, pretty boy. Romantic, art-loving, deep philosophical and art conversation boy. Classy vampire boy. Bad boy. Dad. I would have gone for Hugo or Brian, definitely. My favorite is Matt, and then it's Damien, and then it's Craig, and then it's Hugo, and then it's Brian, and then it's Joseph. No, and then it's Robert, and then it's Joseph. I've rated all the dads. That's my man. Is it clingy if I ask him to hang out again? I don't want to be clingy. But I only have one heart left. You know what they say about third dates, they get pretty serious. You might not have time to browse dad book for a while. Are you ready? I'm ready. I don't know why I saved then, that was dumb. It says save and continue. Did save. Matt and I have spent a lot of time together lately. After we went record shopping for the first time, it became a weekly tradition for us to scope out Vinyl Fantasy 7 for new releases. On quieter days, I go to the Coffee Spoon just to hang out with him. He's been trying to get me to branch out from my usual black coffee to try new drinks, and they're always delicious. Since I've been spending so much time with Matt, Carmencita and Amanda have become really close friends. Amanda's taken Carmencita under her wing, teaching her about photography, helping her with homework, and introducing her to music that's not just boy bands. Well, she did end up taking her to one of those scream, cry, dancing boy concerts so that Matt wouldn't have to go. A truly heroic move. I can tell that Carmencita really looks up to her a lot, so it's great that Amanda's trying to be a good mentor. The open mic night is tonight. Amanda and I busy ourselves getting ready. I try to pick out a nicer outfit than usual and pace around the room. A bunch of really cool bands are going to be playing, and I'm excited to see them. I haven't been to a show since the first time Matt and I hung out. It's weird. Ever since Matt played piano for me that one time, I've never been able to convince him to do it again. He's told me that he also plays guitar, drums, and even the trumpet. He still won't play any of them. For someone so passionate about music, it's strange that he doesn't actually want to play it. Ready to go, Pops? I can hear Amanda in the hallway as she approaches my room. Yep. Amanda pops her head in and looks me over. She pinches the bridge of her nose. Dad, we talked about this. What? The sandals. They're older than I am. Vintage, some would argue. I thought you threw them out. Amanda, since when did you enroll in the Fashion Police Academy? I got kicked out because I was a loose cannon who didn't play by the rules. For example, you're not allowed to mix florals, but you totally can if you have a good eye for color. Hi, Brad. With Nor. Hi, Nor. You're out of your jurisdiction, rookie. Amanda guards the door until I pick out a better outfit. Stop. Those sandals are going directly into the evidence locker. What's the... It's the trash. You can pry these sandals from my cold, dead hands? That's what I would say. Fine, keep them, but you're committing a heinous crime. Justice will find you someday. Come on, Dad. We gotta go. I've never seen the coffee spoon so packed. I spot familiar faces from the pub concert, all sipping on their caffeinated beverages of choice. A couple of people are setting up on stage. I don't see Matt, but I'm sure he's busy in the back. Amanda and Carmen seek to find each other immediately and do their secret handshake. Some complicated clapping with their hands and then a big hug. Wifey! I turn to see Hugo sitting at a table with none other than Damien. Fancy seeing you two here. I am, as you know, a dedicated patron of the arts. It's a bit of a tradition between Damien and I now. Matt's open mic nights have always seemed to bring out the best talent in town. Sometimes it gets a bit odd, even for my admittedly eclectic taste. You guys seen Matt around? Yeah, he was just helping that Pablo kid get some equipment out of his van. Whoa, Vacant Veil's playing a set? What? It's a witch house. Damien's ears perk. What is that? I don't know. Well, it sounds delightful. Amanda says it isn't. Shame. Alright, I'm gonna go find Matt and see if he needs any help. I head to the back room in the coffee spoon where I find Matt going over some last-minute show details with Pablo. My dude! Pablo and I share a full-on sincere bro hug. Glad you can make it, wifey. Wouldn't miss it for the world, man. You guys need any help? I think we're all set, actually. Pablo, can you remind me what order people are going up in? Well, you got the handsome and unforgettable Vacant Veil opening up the set with selections from his new album, Witch Diaries, and then the Third Waves, who are all extremely attractive and could beat me up and I'd still be into it, are playing a 3-person acoustic set. We got a little bit of spoken word in there, a magic act, and then it looks like we're closing with Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. No, absolutely not. I remember the ridiculous set that his band put on when they opened up for pups. Sometimes when it's quiet, I can still hear the sound of an accordion being violently thrown against the wall over and over. They weren't that bad? No, you don't understand. The last time they played open mic night, they lit their bassists on fire and the fire marshal had to shut us down. They also refused to pay for their drinks. Yikes. They are not playing tonight. Well, they're outside. All 17 of them. Tell them we're full. Then who's filling their spot?
Huh?
Come on, Matt. You should play. No, shouldn't do that. Actually, wait. I gotta load. There we go. I'll do it. What are you doing? What would you even do? Stop talking. Close your mouth. This communist manifesto is making a comeback solo show. I thought you didn't know how to play anymore. You don't know how to play anything anymore. Ska comes to you in the hour when you need it most without fail. Stop being so desperate to please your hot friend, wifey. Is there a keyboard around? Your unending thirst will be your ultimate downfall. Yeah, I have one right here. Then it's settled. Dude, are you sure? No, I'm not. As sure as Ska's generally played with staccato notes on the upbeat. Well, as long as nothing gets set on fire, it can't possibly be worse than Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. Matt grabs me by the shoulders and stares into my eyes. Thank you, wifey. I owe you big time. You certainly fucking do. I settle back into my seat and with Amanda and watch the show start. The house is packed now. Got a few people even standing outside to watch. What have I gotten myself into? Amanda, I may have made a mistake. I told you those sandals were a bad choice. It's not that. I agreed to pull out my ska. No. Absolutely not. I had to help Matt. Dad, I love you and I support you, but we left ska behind for a reason. Look, it's either this or we're in the splash zone for a group of 20 musicians all crying at the same time for the sake of art. And I'm not being hyperbolic about the splash zone thing. They literally hand out ponchos. Somehow this is the preferable option. I just have to. Play the thing. Play what thing? You don't know how to play any instruments. Just promise me you'll still love me after this. I promise. But I may have to change my last name, and I hope you'll understand. Of course. My new last name is going to be Fireblast. Amanda. Or maybe Cold Steel.
I mean, I don't know if I should.
Matt takes the stage to a roar of applause from the crowd. He grabs the mic and addresses us all. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. Matt's so nervous. And I'm so nervous. I can't stop staring at his mouth, and that makes me even more nervous. We have a jam-packed roster of amazing local talent who you might already know, or maybe have seen before but would like to see again, and I'm rambling now, sorry. Oh, Matt. So let me just bring on a dear friend of mine who is making his live show debut. Please welcome to the stage, Vacant Veil. The crowd cheers again, and Pablo bounds up to the stage, beaming. He sets up his 2 laptops and keyboard and launches into a set. Thank you, everyone. This call is called Witch House. This one is called Witch House Never Dies, and you're next. Pablo hits the crowd with a heavy, inaccessible synth bass layered under drum samples and clips from science fiction shows played in reverse. Welcome. Yeah, you should be here. There are dads about. This isn't one of them. This isn't a daddy. Trust me. Don't worry. It's maybe not the right show for this, but everyone seems to be enjoying whatever this is. At the end of the song, Pablo jumps on the mic. Thank you to all the veil wearers who came out tonight. A portion of the crowd cheers. He has a fan base already? He has a name for the fan base? This is his first live show. You can buy t-shirts out of the trunk in my car after the show. Also, I'd like to thank my mom for coming out to watch me play. You're my rock, Ma. Love you, honey. Pablo plays a few more songs that are actually super fun to listen to. Wow, definitely did not see that coming, especially after Amanda's strongly worded thoughts about the genre. Once he's done, he vacates the stage and Matt jumps back up again. This is a daddy. And hey, next up are a group of young ladies who have been tearing up the East Coast with Riot Punk for 3 years now. 3 years. Sorry, the writing on my hand smudged because I'm sweating. I shouldn't have told you all I'm sweating. I'm sorry. Wow. He seems just as visibly nervous as I feel right now. Put your hands together for the Third Waves. Buzzcut Molly from Final Fantasy VII takes the stage. Vinyl Fantasy. Fuck me. I just cannot speak. The longer I read, the worse I get. Alright. Followed by 2 girls with colorful hair and fish stockings. All of them are wearing combat boots, and all of them look mad about something. Their set is so energetic that it almost seems like a pit is going to open up in the coffee shop. I look over to the Amanda, who's clearly enjoying the hell out of anarchic, female-fronted punk rock. Do they make dad jokes, though? So many fucking dad jokes. Dad, can I get a lip ring? Sure, if you pay for it yourself. Come on, it's no fun if it's not an act of youthful rebellion. After the third wave closes... Wait, paying for it yourself is the act of... Whatever. Open this fucking pit up, yeah! In the middle of the coffee shop, just throw tables aside and make a pit. After the third waves close out their set, a variety of acts play to the delight and sometimes horror of the crowd. The magician tries to turn a cup of coffee into a cup of coins, but ends up just spilling hot coffee all over himself and dropping the coins. As each act leaves the stage, I get more and more nervous. There are so many people here. My house smells like pizza. God, it smells so fucking good. It still has like 4 hours in the crock pot. How am I going to live through this? Alright. No, it would be rebelling if she's going against her dad's wishes. Exactly! But she asked her dad to pay for it. That's not rebelling, because if he pays for it, he's obviously giving you money to go do it. Rebelling would be making the money to do it yourself and then getting it without asking. That's rebel. She doesn't know how it works. Muffins go flying everywhere. Suffer. I don't want to. It smells really good. Guys, why am I such a good cook? Why must I be cursed? I don't know anything about how to play the piano other than it has keys and you have to touch the keys to make sounds. Also, I almost spilled the flat white stripes in my hand because it's trembling so much. No, Jack, Dad, I'm rooting for you. You're gonna knock him dead. Thanks, Manda Panda. No, I'm not. Rebelling would be to steal his wallet and buy the thing with it. We're talking about, I think, piercing her nose? Or something? That would be rebelling. But it'd also be more shitty than paying for it yourself. No? Also, I don't keep however the fuck much a piercing costs in cash at all times. Unless she somehow gets the pin to my card, so good luck with that. An improv comedy group takes the stage. They every fucking time I breathe in, I smell the most. It's cumin and oregano and fucking crushed red pepper and garlic and onion. It's fucking delicious. Every time I breathe in to read a sentence. I can't even focus on this shit getting thrown at me. Actually, funny story, Ghost. I have a friend who told me... No. I have a friend who tried to pierce her nose without alerting me that she was going to be piercing her nose while I was over at her house. I will tell the full story if somebody makes the redeem, but otherwise, you're just gonna have to picture what that fucking was. Anyway. End up doing a scene that was supposed to be about coffee, but instead turns into 5 minutes of dick jokes. Classic. Okay, somebody redeemed it. Thank you. I was at... Okay, so you know that scene from, You know that scene from, what is it? The twin movie, where the two twins are separated at birth and then they find each other again at summer camp and they have to pierce their ears with a lemon in a piece of ice? Imagine that. Oh, thanks for the follow. Boca. Thanks for the follow, but okay. Imagine that scene, except she's got a Parent Trap. Yes, thank you. I appreciate you. She's got an ice cube. Oh, I need to... Okay. I'm chilling out at her house. I'm playing video games on her Switch. She leaves to go to the kitchen to, quote, get a drink. As she is, quote, getting a drink, I hear a very loud shriek. I run into the kitchen and find my friend. One piece of tissue that looks like it's wet in one nostril. I think it has like a small piece of ice in it, like a larger piece of ice on the outside of her nose, and then a needle dripping with blood stuck not through the outside of her nose. She's trying to pierce her septum. Do you know how painful a fucking septum piercing is? I wouldn't know. I don't fucking have one. They apparently suck, though. So I'm like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, no, I wanted to pierce my nose. I was thinking about it. I got it ready earlier today. I remember that I put this needle in the kitchen and I just, you know, before I forget, decided to get it done with. I'm like, no, maybe you don't just get it. Maybe you pay the money to pay a professional who has like clean fucking equipment and experience. And I'm like, okay, did you pierce it? Why is the needle still in there? And she's like, I got partway through, but it hurt so much I had to stop. I'm like, yeah, okay. You should stop. Pull the needle out. I will take you to a parlor right fucking now. Like, don't... She's like, no, it's already in. I'm like, it's dirty. You could have a serious infection if this goes wrong. And she says, don't worry. I burned the needle beforehand. You know, like with a lighter, like they do in the Parent Trap. That, like... I mean, oh my fucking god. I'm sorry, I'm getting... I'm thinking about how fucking stupid it is as I'm telling the story. But she's like, no, it's already in. I think I can do it. I say, no, I don't think you can. She says, will you please get me a pair of pliers? I say, what the fuck are the pliers for? But I go get her a pair of pliers. Fuck it, I don't know. I'm here. I'm here now. Like, if she doesn't have the money to pay for a septum piercing, the options are I either convince her to take the needle out of her nose, which is still certainly in there, or, I don't know, something fucking else. I give her the pliers. She takes a hold of these pliers and clamps around the needle in her nose. And she's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm like, let me leave the room because I'm such a supportive friend. I'm such a supportive friend. I say, let me leave the room, and I leave. Because I go back into the living room and I start playing video games again because I don't want to fucking be there to see it. And I hear just another just god awful shriek in the kitchen. She puts it through her nose. She's like, "Will you look at it for me?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay." I look into her nose with like a flashlight and I see the needles all the way through. I'm like, "Yeah, it's through. You should pull it out now." And she goes, "Trans fucking parent." Yeah, no, just I do deuces and fade out of existence. I'm like, "Yeah, it's in there. You should pull it out." And she says, "No, it hurts too much to pull out." I said, "You're going to have a needle in your nose. You shouldn't." I'm like, and she's like, "But you need to keep something in the piercing to keep it from closing up." I'm like, "Yeah, not a needle." And secondly, neither of us thought of this, but the needles that piercers use are hollow in order to make a larger piercing. So let me tell you the aftermath. Whatever, all that passed, she ends up holding a fucking tissue to her nose for the rest of the fucking night. She gets an infection, as one would, because that was fucking stupid to do. Please pray for professionals. Listen, if you're going to get holes in your body of any caliber, piercings, tattoos, surgery, pay a professional. Please. Please. Don't do it to yourself. There's reasons that people are trained for this. She got an infection, a really bad one. Luckily, it was taken care of. She didn't lose any skin. She didn't lose anything. She ended up going to the doctor a lot. And then on her, like, I don't know, 17th birthday, my treat for her was I took her to a tattoo and piercing parlor and I paid the money for her to get a professional septum piercing. You know, this was after it was all healed up. Of any caliber, especially gun ones. Yes. Yes. And she's like, "Ooh, yeah, it stung." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it was better than putting a needle through your fucking nose." And she was like, "Yeah, I mean, you're right." I mean, I get it. I got a piercing in a not so fun place by my own choice. I got my my ears were pierced when I was 3 months old. So I don't remember what it feels like. My mom said I didn't cry during the first one, but I did cry during the second one because people were looking at me worried, and I realized that I should probably feel pain, but like that it probably didn't hurt me that much because the first one just didn't affect me. So I don't even know what a piercing fucking feels like, and I have no real interest in too much more. Maybe one at the top of my ear, like for like little things at the top, but otherwise, nah, I'm good. A friend of mine decided to give me a Prince. Wait, no. You mean like a Prince Andrew's piercing? Or Prince as in the musical artist? Because those are two very, very different things. I remember it feeling very warm but not really hurting. Yeah, no, sleep is fucked up. That's not cool. Don't, oh, by the way, please, Andrews, Albert, one of those two. Ah! Ah! No! Oh my god. Hey, the rest of y'all, don't look up a Prince Andrews or a Prince Albert piercing. Oh, Albert, yeah. Okay, don't look up a Prince Albert piercing. You don't want to see it. You really don't. Just know that it is in a spot that most people don't usually get pierced. We all good? Leave it to the professionals. Even if your friend has a piercing gun, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't know your friend. You don't know your friend that well. You don't know. Not just regular knots either. Like the kind of knots you get when you throw your phone charger, headphones, and laptop charger into the same bag. Out of nowhere, Matt sits down next to me. Hey, are you doing okay? Everything is great. I want to reassure him that I'm okay, but I just can't get the words out. I'm here. Alright, just making sure. I know you're gonna do great, wifey. I looked it up. Why? Why would you look it up? We told you not to. Also, know that it can be very easily ripped. Ah! No. Ah. I didn't want to know that. I mean, I kind of knew, but I didn't want to know. Also, can you imagine an infection from, like, an Albert piercing? No. Like, going into the doctor and being like, hey, doc. Are you, like, a cool guy, doctor? I want to make sure. In my sleep. God. Did you, like, stop being friends with him after that? You had to. You had to stop being friends with him after that. Everybody, we're down to the last act of the night. Now this person, who is my friend, is making their return to the stage after a long hiatus. Please welcome, formerly of this Communist Manifesto, Wifey. Everyone cheers as I take the stage. Damien and Hugo are staring at me in shock. Hey everybody. Good to be here. Thanks for having me on. Great crowd. My name is Wifey, but you can call me by my stage name. Five Iron Freddy. The crowd claps polite. Did Matt just have like a, ooh, I love that moment from off screen? Nah, if you get an infection there, you're not calm. You go to the doc and you yell. I woke up and swung instantly, and with her we talked things out, took that out instantly. Yeah, I don't understand why you think doing it in your sleep would be good. That's a lot of keys. That's so many keys. Do pianos usually have this many keys? I wouldn't be friends with that person after she put a piercing in an intimate place without my permission. That's so fucking gross to do to someone. God, these lights are really bright. Someone coughs. I guess that's some good stage banter. And now I have to play a song. This song is called Beam Me Up, Scatty. Deep breath. How hard can it be? No! No! I don't want to do this. No matter how disastrous this is, I have to make it through this whole song. I'll have saved the day. Here goes nothing.
Tickle that ivory.
I don't know what this is. Can I please skip this? Why would someone ever do that to you? I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's awful. Piano solo. Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on? Everybody, ska, beat me up, Scotty. Beam me up to the Ska Trek Enterprise. fucking hard. Please stop clapping. Please leave me alone. Doing your best deserves an S. I'm in pain on multiple fronts. Yeah, I know. That story and then this playing. Oh no, I'm losing them. Ska really is dead, and I killed it. Everybody ska? Everybody ska! Like a checkerboard tie wearing angel descending from two-tone heaven, Matt walks on stage playing the guitar. We lock eyes and he gives me a reassuring smile as he effortlessly plays the chorus of the song. I look out and see the crowd go wild in Matt's appearance on stage. Everyone's bouncing now. It fills me with renewed energy as we jump into the chorus. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty, to the Ska Trek Enterprise. Matt jumps into an improvised solo that was way better than the one Darren Springsteen wrote in high school. Springstead, my bad. We make it to the end of the song in one piece and the crowd goes wild. I'm moist with sweat, head to toe. Gross. Gross. Nah. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Stella. The crowd practically screams. They all start chanting Matt's name. Hi, Saku.
Hey.
You want to meet my daddy? This is him. This is daddy. His name's Matt. They want to hear you play, man.
Hey.
Matt smiles. I think I'm ready. We were young, she was at G, and it was after a night of entertaining, so yeah. Hey, Saku, go to sleep. No, that doesn't make it cool. But that, like, the amount of disgust I would feel for that person would make me not like them anymore. Like, nobody at any point in my life is allowed to take that type of bodily autonomy away from me. I excuse myself from the stage and take my seat next to Amanda as Matt cozies up to the microphone. I take back what I said about ska. That was pretty cool. I high-five Amanda and we look towards the stage. Hey everybody. More cheers. I haven't played in front of people in a long time. But it's cool to be back. This one goes out to a good friend. Matt locks eyes with me. We both smile. I hope I'm more than a friend. I didn't say it was cool. Yeah, no, I didn't think he said it was cool. I just... Ha. I'm with wifey. I'd probably plot revenge. Maybe revenge. I'd just be inclined to fucking leave and never speak to that person again. But that's me personally. I'm sure Ghost handled it with tact and did what was right for them.
Oh.
Thank you. This is an old one from Stillness the Dancing, or Stillness and the... I didn't read that fast enough. The entire crowd excitedly jumps to their feet. Matt closes his eyes and starts playing an upbeat, intricate melody. The crowd sways to the music. I'd be inclined to start a lawsuit, honestly. Well, I'm glad that it didn't end with anything dangerous, Ghost. Matt looks entirely at peace with a small smile on his face as he sings. After he finishes his song, the crowd insists on an encore. He ends up playing a few more tunes to an adoring audience before thanking everyone for coming out. The moments he steps off stage, he gets mobbed by people. Everyone seems to be amazed that he's playing again.
Oh.
Damien and Hugo thread their way through the crowd to talk to me. That was amazing. It was certainly a sight. Did they make industrial dark wave ska? I'm not too sure if that genre exists, but it's never too late to start a band, apparently. I glance back over at Matt, who's hugging a bunch of people. They really seem excited to see him play. Well, yeah, he hasn't played since he lost Rosa. What? I didn't realize. It suddenly all makes sense why Matt was so reluctant to play. It must have taken so much for him to jump up on stage with me right now. Just now. The crowd slowly filters out into the street as the show ends. I decide to stick around a little longer to see if I can talk to Matt. Hey, I'm taking Carmen's seat to get ice cream. Is it okay if she sleeps over? We're gonna paint our nails and start a punk band. Yeah, go have fun. Just please don't wake up the neighbors with any biting truths about the government or whatever. And zero interest in getting any piercings done. Yeah, I think that would probably kill my passion for piercings. I mean, I love tattoos, but if somebody tried to tattoo me in the middle of the night... And, you know, I'm not gonna describe what I would do. It'd be horrifically violent and not the time. Don't worry, we'll wake them up figuratively instead. Amanda and Carmencita bump fists, and I head out. I spot Matt. I need to talk like this in order to, like, actually read. I spot Matt finishing up conversations with a couple stragglers on their way out of the coffee shop. Tattoo them back, but with a knife. Oh my god. One time somebody tried to give me a fucking stick and poke. I was like for it at the time because I didn't know anything about tattoo safety. I was like young, too young to be getting any type of permanent marking. But, you know. Hey Matt. Hey dude. Need help closing up?
Yeah, sounds great.
I'd love that. Go on. No. Matt and I stack up chairs and sweep the floor in silence. We carry the stage equipment back to Matt's van where we see Pablo selling merch to a crowd of people out of his trunk. Shirts of the finest quality, every step of production from thread to stitch overseen by yours truly. Graphic designs fit for a king. Y'all's lives are wild. A little. Reminds me, I think one of the wildest stories is the time my high school bathroom was smoked out by a couple of students and we had to do some things in order to get the smell out of the entire building. Yes, the entire building. Before we had an art show that night that was open to the public. We got a very stern scolding the next day about, hey, we don't care. I mean, don't do drugs, but like, maybe not in the bathroom before everybody's about to, you know, bring their parents in.
Hey.
We head back into the coffee spoon and Matt puts the finishing touches on closing. When we're all done, Matt and I lean up... That's not my wildest story, but it's still a good one. Matt and I lean up against the counter. Thanks for saving me from myself up there. All in all, ended up being pretty cute.
Huh?
Plus, you protected us from Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. Someone told me that they tried to do a street performance down the road, and they all got arrested for trying to form a human pyramid in traffic. Did it feel good to be on stage again? Yeah, it really did. I heard that you stopped playing after your wife died. I didn't realize it had been that long. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Matt looks like he wants to say something, but is having a hard time getting it out. Worst I've done is when I shot myself in the foot, I think, with, like, an actual gun, or with something else.
Hey.
He takes a deep breath. I'm not really a people person, obviously. Crowds make me nervous as all hell, which is, not exactly the best for performing live music. An actual gun. Oh, fuck. That sounds like it hurt. But when I was with Rosa, she lit up the room. I could follow her lead. After she passed, I was lost. Even touching a guitar hurt too much. I tried playing for people over and over, but the music would never come out, so I just gave up. I guess what I'm trying to say is, life wasn't this scary when I had someone in my corner, someone I felt safe with. I, hadn't felt like that for a long time. Oh no! Guys, we're getting a confession. Until tonight. What changed?
Hey.
Hey. You. Blood rushes to my face. When I saw you looking so scared on stage, you reminded me of myself, and I don't want anyone else to have to feel that bad. I got very lucky. It basically went between my toes and just ripped some skin off. That is very lucky.
Hey.
But when I got up there and started playing for the first time in forever, I felt comfortable. I was having fun. I had spent all this time being so afraid of performing that I forgot how much I loved it. Your strength gave me strength. Whether you were trying or not, you got me out of my comfort zone, so thank you.
Hey.
Thank you for helping me realize that I can do this. I'm glad I could help. You coming on stage, I didn't think you would stick your neck out for me like that, especially considering all of this. That really means a lot to me. Well, you mean a lot to me. Ah! Ah! He leans in and kisses me, quick and soft. He pulls away and covers his mouth.
Oh.
Oh god, I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't believe I just did that. Neither can I, but... do it again.
Oh.
I'm glad you did. Our lips touch again. I brush his hair out of the way and rest my hand on the small of his back. Romance! We have achieved! Matt pulls me closer. Everything about him is sweet and soft. His lips taste like vanilla. He smells like coffee cake. Fuck, that's my kind of guy. I can feel him smile through the kiss, which makes me smile. He laughs into my mouth, and I can't help but laugh too. Our teeth knocking against each other. Ugh, that sounds like an unpleasant feeling. Ow! The moment I open my eyes, I realize we're still leaning against the espresso machine. Maybe the coffee shop isn't the right place for this. Maybe you're right.
Hey.
Let's go back to my place. Date complete. Daddy points. Not a lot.
You know what? You lit an arcade fire in my heart.
You lit an arcade fire in my heart. I wish I got freaky like that. Daddy achieved. Woo, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, wifey, be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. What? No, you ask too many questions. Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried to send them in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and funding of the U.S. government. We got the daddy all time to pack it in. I know, it's gonna be done. It's gonna be done soon. I think. I think this is like the last scene before it ends, so... we'll do it.
Aww.
Well, if they think they're gonna take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. Ow! Why? Saku, I thought you loved me. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda to the kitchen table, where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... aw, Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. I feed you fish. Can they be cooked first, please? I think that was an uncooked fish.
Yes.
No way! I figured you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. This is all 19 seasons. And bonus material, including commentary with actual Sorry. With actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this, thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you wanna hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable, down to the type of mac. Couldn't have wished for a better... I'm glad you got what you wanted, I suppose. And there's an ice cream cake. The good kind with crunchies in the middle. That's the only kind of ice cream cake. It was a bit of a glare. Didn't mean to. Just... when your face looks like this. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everybody's having a good time. Finally! A hydrate! I'll take it. Let's fucking gulp down this water. We don't need a lid. What we need right now is sustenance. Oh god, I have more water in this than I thought. 1 second. Good water. Ow! I don't even know what the fuck that was. I reacted instinctively, I'm sorry. And that one made me jump. I should thank y'all for supporting me. But... but first, mac and cheese. Wifey, my dude. Pablo, how's the shirt business going? My bud, I got men's shirts, I got women's shirts, I got tank tops in a variety of sizes, shapes, and colors. Each one of them of fine quality, screen printed with the logo and visage of world-renowned witch house outfit, Vacant Veil. Enjoy the cake. It's a pie. Purchasable at most respectable retailers. Ow. Was that revenge? Fanta has cake. We don't need to talk about the cake. But more specifically, out of the trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous homemade apple butter. Never stop hustling, Pablo. Baby, you got it. Wifey! Brian, you made it. Hi, don't pass up on good Mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See? See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thank you so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. Bro! This is a real rager. Taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild. Yeah, but if I said enjoy the ice cream, it would have been 2 C's. I mean, who says I'm...
Bro.
Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Let's hit the gym sometime soon, huh? Sure thing, dude. Brian and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Oh, I forgot he had 2 other kids. What do you mean? Cream pies are entirely wholesome. Yeah, they taste great. And, I like the texture. Yeah, but ice. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake.
Oh.
Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and what's pinned on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang some. Yeah? Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Probably not. Sure thing, Joseph. I keep hearing Briar and startling. Sorry. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese. The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, wifey. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see a man. God damn it! I'm trying to read. I have so many other redeems. I actually don't know what else I have. They're probably not as entertaining. So, let's see. Yeah, they're not as to be fair, like, fucking throwing a pie at my head is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie about it. Okay, ASMR mode. I can do that. That's cool. That's another one I have. See? Look. Fucking variety. Alright, 1 second. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I'm pretty sure I have a limit on those somewhere. Don't find it. Alright. ASMR mode. Somebody let me know if I'm too close to the mic. I don't know actually how to do ASMR. You know, I'm really pleased to see it. Oh wait, how long did I agree to do it? 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. I'm checking the ASMR routine. Let's see. Okay, 5 minutes. I can do that. Let's... Oh, sweet. Still visible. Alright, there's your 5 minutes. No, there's already a limit on it. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey. Congratulations on graduating. I know you're gonna do great things at art school. Ah, yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want and there's nothing you can do about it. Just imagine that you're throwing love at her. It is kind of throwing love at me. It's okay. Love hurts. Love hurts real bad. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? I'd laugh, but I think it'd break the SMR. Nope.
Yes.
And I'll have you know that that globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so... she'll fit into college just fine. Hey. Hey.
Hmm?
Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. See you later.
Oh.
Sometimes love takes the form of a raw fish. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for I'm sorry. Okay. Stop. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is fine. Love you too, Briar. Thank you for all the love. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. I stare at Lucen. He knows. I know. But I am a man of my word. The story of his Oregano betrayal would go unsung. Thanks for coming by. I spot Amanda and Carmencita in the corner of the party. I wonder what they're up to. I was trying to think of a comeback Saku, but I couldn't. My main comeback is that I'm gay and I prefer cake in my face. As I walk up, I can tell that they're already deep in conversation. Listen, it's like prison rules. First day of high school, you gotta establish yourself at the top of the pecking order. Really? No, just find a group of people that you like and then hang out with them. Be yourself. Don't worry about being cool. You'll find friends. And try not to kiss anyone who also has braces. You get stuck, kiddo. Hey, guys. Hey, Amanda's dad. Carmencita here's getting ready for high school. Got any advice? When you join band, pick the easiest instrument to carry. I'm still walking a little sideways from my sousaphone days. Flute it is. Alright, I'll leave you guys to it. Carmencita, me and Amanda still on for dinner with you and your pops tomorrow? Yes, we're already planning a carrot cake for you guys. How do you plan a carrot cake? You just make it. I better keep making rounds. I leave the two to keep... Thanks for the $5, Papa. I better keep making rounds. I leave the two to keep conspiring. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on her back porch step. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, this box will not ruin the moment. I can't throw any more stuff, so now I'm throwing money. I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but... Growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going. Alright, ASMR over. Thank you so much for redeeming the ASMR mode. I don't really know how to do ASMR, actually, so it was good enough, I guess. Alright, what the fuck ever. But I realize that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry. Don't cry. I swear to God, wifey, if you cry again, you're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. That's a mood. Present time. Oh, her laugh is cute. Amanda hands me a tiny wrap package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kinda shocking all our photos albums are just picture of me, huh? I figured we at least need one together before I leave. A box. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. God, I hate vulnerability. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman. I'm so excited to see what the future holds. Boo! Give me the back. Knock him dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Till I die. Memories and stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff. Intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda hops up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard, where Matt is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmers are gonna go to ice cream. Love you, Pops. Wait, they're friends now? Fight vulnerability with fish. I think that was a ball, but good job. I take a seat next to Matt as the last guests make their way out of the party. Seems like Amanda really enjoyed this. Thanks for putting together such a nice surprise. Why are you thanking me? It's my daughter. Armincita's middle school graduation is coming up in a year or two. I'm sure for the right fee I could put something together. Sappy just isn't your thing, huh? I tend to stay away from it. Only if I get to DJ. Matt looks down at his hand. It seems that he does that whenever he's trying to figure out the right words to say. Why do I have, like, a picturesque romantic cherry blossom in my backyard? And, like, a pond? Like a koi pond? This seems weird. But whatever.
Hey.
Hey. I just wanted to say that. Gosh, this is gonna come out dumb. No matter how I say it, so here goes. I haven't felt this happy in a long time. Whoa.
Hey.
You brought out the best in me, and it wasn't just because of the ska. Although that was really cute. Every moment that we've gotten to spend together, that since we've met, has been an adventure, and I just hope we get to keep doing that. Ugh. I was gonna say something really dirty, but I decided I tried not to. We make a pretty good team, you know? I mean, I'll let you handle the music playing, and the music singing, and actually pretty much everything related to music. But I can organize a party pretty well. I'm also good at kissing, so that's a big plus. That's true, you are very nice to kiss. I slide my arm around Matt and run my fingers through his hair. I give him a small kiss on the cheek. He giggles. Aw, thanks for the bits.
Hey.
You out of stuff to throw again? You poor thing. See, that was a good one. And hey, I've actually been working on some new stuff. It feels really great to be writing again. Oh man, Matt, that's amazing. I'd love to listen to it sometime. If you were comfortable sharing it with me. Maybe I could show you some new tunes I'm working on in the studio later. You know, I'm gonna insist that we add a horn section. Matt rests his head on my shoulder and sighs happily. Nah, that was me reloading. You know what? I'd actually like that. Guys, we have a daddy! And plenty of ducks. And a sandal? And a tennis ball. Do it again. That's right. This is fun. So this was just something. Great. Love it. We love to see it. Everybody's very happy. Alexa, never mind. I don't know why my Alexa turned on, but she started doing the thing, so I had to get her to stop. Fanta got the pee-pee energy. Oh, thanks. But, what was I gonna say? Oh, so I probably won't play Dream Daddy, like, all the way through again just to get another dad. What I may do is, whenever I don't have a game in mind, or don't know what to do, or just feel like having a chill stream, I'll probably go back to Dream Daddy just to, you know, have something, I suppose. Like, dating games and shit will be our chill streams. Alright, let's see if anyone's on. Then again, I stream so early in the day that nobody comes on by the time I'm done. Yeah, no, nobody I know is streaming. Everybody I know is here. Thanks for supporting me. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. I'm going to go drool over my fucking carnitas. It's gonna be great, and bye.